Hello gang, and welcome back to Fichthal. It's been a little bit, I'm aware. I've had a lot going on in the background and with health stuff going on as well, so I apologize for that. However, we are back to do what we do best. Yeah, moving on. I don't know what Ham does best. Sometimes it's not farming. I'm going around here because I want to actually pick up the trailer and convert it back to a box trailer because we're going to sleep the day now. It's a bit controversial why I want to sleep now and do it. Well, yeah, basically sleep now, and I'll tell you why. It's because currently we've got a really good price for silage. Now, we're going to be doing silage work today, yes. Like I mentioned last time, we're going to be lifting that silage out of the pit and taking it up and getting rid of it. The trouble is, it's a really good price today. December, the prices are generally dipping. And we'll have a look at the prices now if we just look at silage here. Currently, £327 at the Werner's grain silo bale sale, which is really good. $371. Oh, at the animal dealer. I didn't even see that. And then $330 here. So this was actually the worst. That's the best. If we look at the price fluctuations, November's good. December dips a little bit, not too much, but then January is supposed to be the top dollar. Potentially, we've got to plow in the rest of our grass fields, so I've contacted the store up the road and just asked them, have they got a plow that we could probably borrow for a couple of £100 just for an hour or so, not even that long realistically, just so we can cut in that rest of that field, and then we can get that grass put in the ground there too. Just so for all of next year, just back out here. Just so for all of next year, we've actually got that full yield going on and going forward. There is another cut in that field. I don't know if we'll get to it this year. I would like to. That would mean that we have to get all of this silage out of the pit now. Customize it, please. Can I put capacity of 6,000 on that, please? I can go to 9,000. I don't know if that's too tall. I'll try to put the high walls on it. I don't think we'll need that much, but it all is going to determine. We might just do a little tester here. So we're going to determine if in fact we can get our front bucket over the top of this trailer. So I'll bring it all down here because we're going to have to put the bucket on and everything. I don't have the bucket and the front loader for the actual John Deere yet, so it's not going to be the tractor that we use for lifting all the goods. However, we will put the John Deere on the trailer itself. What I'll do, I'll probably set up, it's probably going to be easy to set up at the other end, isn't it? And then we'll go around and put the bucket on, because it is sleepy. It's 4 in the afternoon, but it's getting quite dark. You know what I haven't done? I haven't put these grass bales away at all. Okay. Probably January, I'll check everything, all the animals' food and stuff again. I'm actually going to just pull this trailer up and in here. It might, they might use some of the grass, but they may not. I'm just going to leave it there. It'll be fine. And then we'll come back around and put the bucket on. Yes, so jobs today, basically, like I said, we've got to get the silage into the back of that trailer. We've got to get the grass field, the new section anyway, dug up and planted in so we can get that grass growing. I've got to put the back on this. And what else? Well, depending on how much we get for the silage, I want to look at buying. If we get a good price for our silage, which I don't think we will, but if we do, I kind of really want to either buy this for 53,000 or that for 57. This would be brilliant. So would this. However, we get the tree line in there as well. I'm just wondering if it's going to be worth clearing out a lot of these trees and expanding our field right to the river's edge. Okay. So if you haven't noticed on the channel, when I'm not farming, I'm getting my tennis rankings in the world up. I hope many of you have been enjoying that series as well. Ham Ham in tennis. We made it to France just the other day for our first international tournament, and boy, oh boy, what an eye-opener that was, the first game. To say that we are severely lacking the skill level compared to our competitors above is one way to put it. Okay, we're gonna work. You know what? It's actually gonna be easier if I work from this end, despite the fact that we have the field there that I don't really want to run into. But I'm just gonna drop this here. I'm just gonna get everything set up for us, ready to go for the morning. When we wake up, we can come straight out and get this going. There's a bit of dew and dirt build up on the roof of my tractor. We're gonna need to get. I'm gonna need to get the hose out so I can clean my vehicles, aren't we? We'll do one final check on the prices here to see what they're like before we go to sleep. So we're looking at $3.70, $3.30, and $3.27. That's gone up a pound anyway. Okay, now's a better time to sleep as any. I'll just run up here and check the water. They're pretty good otherwise. I think we've got about 780 litres worth of manure, so we're not going to worry about that at the moment. Yeah, okay, they've got plenty of water for a bit too. Let's see what we can do in terms of a new jumper or something. New sweater or jumper. Oh, the Vermeer one looks really fun. And it's kind of bright. Vulture. We don't own a Vulture. I typically like to use jackets of or clothing of equipment that we own. I like that case sweater. I don't mind a case tractor. Lots of Vermeer. Maybe we need to get a Vermeer tractor. Any Massey Ferguson sweaters? Well, no, there's not. So here's my suggestion. Let's go to this because I've never. It's quite. You know what? I kind of want the puffy. Yes, the puffy jacket is where it's at. Oh, you've got to have the puffy jacket with the teal or the yellow. Oh, that one. It's got to be that one. Brilliant. That is so 90s. I'm not kidding. It looks like it's straight from a 90s store. Right, let's go for a sleep here. So we're just checking all the status of our animals here. They've got plenty of food, the chickens, so really not too worried about them. These guys have got food-wise, they've got 4,500 litres of grass still. That's actually less than I thought. They've got plenty of straw. Plenty of straw. Let's go in and just make sure those cows, it's quite dark too, isn't it? I'll just check this manure pit. That should be ever expanding. 956 litres. It'll be good once that starts hamming up. We can really get that in there. Let's get a bale off this if we can. I'll restrap that one. Let's unstrap that one and that one. I took the spike off. It really is doing it the hard way, isn't it? Ham, would we expect anything less from you? If I can get a good camera angle here. What do you know? Cows are up to 6. All right, so that'll be enough for a little bit. Oh, we can work on getting them some more grass later. They had plenty there to get them through for another month. But seeing as we probably will sleep for another month. Lucky we got the puffy jacket on today, team. 7, it's going to be a low of 4, high of 14, and currently 7. So it'll probably get a lot cooler in January. Let's check the prices now of silage and see what the story is. So $3.59 at the bales sale, animal dealers, $3.37 at the BGA, and Werner's is $3.44. So look, that one's going up. If that one gets back up over $3.70, we are laughing. We've got all day to sell it off anyway. So I propose this. We will rock you. I'm just wondering if we do the plowing first and get that in. I kind of would like to do the silage during the day. I guess it makes no difference what order we do it in, to be honest. Okay, well, let's do some of this, and then maybe at halfway through, or if it's going pretty quick, we don't have to stress about it too much. Can I pick the silage up with this bucket? I certainly can. You know, it may not take too long to get a trailer load. The good thing is we can definitely lift up and get this in here. The bad news is it's just a little bit dark at the moment for what we're doing. So, with that being said, what we might do, I might actually go ahead and just... What do we reckon? I'm thinking about doing the plowing first, and we'll come back and just do this when it's a bit brighter. Although it's going to be much darker on the other side of the river, that's for sure. Okay. I probably need to check all the hydraulics and stuff on it. You know, I haven't done a service on this since we bought it. A personal service. So you know what? We're actually going to go and get in this. It is 8:13. Shop will open at 8:30 a.m. on this wintry morning. So I'll see you guys probably back down. You don't need to see me drive up and pick up the plow. Yeah, I thought about cutting that tree out of the middle of the field too. This tree. I thought about cutting this thing out and replowing this in, but considering we've already got the field planted up and halfway through growth stages, I'm not going to bother with it too much. We can do it another time when we own our own plow, but for the moment, I will go up and get the plow so we can get this grass in the field first, and then we can work on the silage and stuff during the day, and then see what else we've got left over for the day to do, because remember, I want to be buying fields, and if we can go into the new year or start in the new year purchasing a nice big bit of grass. One thing I will bring everyone's attention to is this field just opposite our little one here. I don't know why I didn't take the road then. I was going to pull over. This little grass patch just here is for sale for about $15,000. Now it includes a bunker. We have a bunker. So I'm just wondering if I could buy this field and then I could potentially put the bunker up for sale. Someone might come along and take the parts away or take it away and purchase the bunker off us. And if we could get a decent price for it, that bit of land might end up paying for itself. We already have a big bunker. So there's an option there to get a little bit more grass out of. Now, the caveat with that bit of field, why am I driving all over the place? Yeah, my dead zones are dead. I'll tell you this, I'm turning the wheel and then it's, yeah, the dead zone's way out, buddy. All right, brilliantly, I fixed my dead zone. I still have it at about 4 or 5% I leave it at, so it has a slight dead zone in it, but much better now. Okay, this is going to be interesting. We have a job to do here with a very small, excuse me, hiccups, small plow. Now I'm gonna have to cut a bit of grass here to do this. Also, my grass is ready to be redone. Now, see this field here? This field is, oh, it's actually wheat. Ha ha ha. If we buy this field here, we are going to we're going to take that tree out. This tree should probably come out now anyway. Not going to do it now. Yeah, we probably end up plowing up this side, because this side, our side of the field needs to be plowed up, and it needs to be replanted as pure grass, just so we can get a better yield out of it. We're not going to be doing that today. Eventually, when we get bigger machinery and bigger tractors, we can look at doing that. But when we're going to cut in this section just here, we're going to cut it in as best as we can. We're going to have to cut it in from like here anyway. Okay, so we're going to have to cut it in. I'm just going to put the cut in line now. Basically the border of where we're going to be going around here. Okay, we don't have to be right on the edge of glory. But I wouldn't mind coming at least all the way to here. Now, I'll leave a little bit of gap on that side. Now, you're probably thinking, that's not really that much, Ham. I tell you what, actually, we could probably go... We could probably go all the way around. It doesn't really matter if the grass comes all the way down to here. I'll be honest. I don't think it matters. Okay, so that's what we're looking at there. We're going to replant that back in. That's actually, if you think about it, a substantial amount of grass that we're adding into it. It doesn't look like much, but if you think about it, it is adding still a fair bit of it on there. So the best thing we can do now, I don't think I can get rid of that pile of logs there. I might have to just see what the go is with that. I wonder if we could just straighten up that cut just down here. I might even take a couple of extra trees out of the way, just in the tree section just there, where the tractor was just then. We just come around like this, potentially. Yep. Like that. Nice and easy. There's a slight little lump there in the actual hill section. Cut that through there. Right. Time to crack on with this job and get the grass in the ground, hey? All right. Now, clearly the ground is not the best quality. I mean, we've got gravel, we've got weeds, we've got debris, we've got branches, everything chewed up and cut up and smashed into this ground. So I'm hoping that whatever takes to it does take, and it does actually work. Okay, brilliant. Well, I think what we'll do now is we'll go and put the seeder on. We may as well just try and get the grass on the ground now. Basically. I mean, I could throw some lime on it too, I guess. Now, what have we got in this thing? We've got, well, look, you know what? We'll go throw some of this on. I guess we won't lime it. You guess we won't. Do I even own a bag of lime I could throw in there? If not, I'm going to have to buy some. We do have some lime right here. Okay, let's go throw some of this granular poop on the ground, which will take us 2 seconds, and then we'll come back and we'll put some lime in here. There we go. But the good thing is I don't think we need to do the rest of the field. I think it's already done. We have a look at it. Yeah, fertilized 100%. So not too worried. All right, let's go back and do this strip. And at least that will be layer 1 on the ground. Right, lovely. Once the grass has grown in, it'll probably cover up a lot of the blemishes down on there. And then we can walk away until next time, until the time is such as when we have a big decent plow. I could have easily gone ahead and probably plowed this whole field up today with a small plow, but I just don't think it's going to be necessary for doing that. I don't think we should do that. I think it's a silly idea using such a small plow in such a big area. And arguably, it's not a huge area, but it's enough. Trust me. I've done my fair share of small plow work. Right. Let's grab this last back little corner section. And then we can check our progress on our little iPad. Little farm tracking iPad we've got. Brilliant. Alright, so the iPad is up and needs lime, needs not. So we can see here, we just need to put one more layer of fertilizer on. Now, we won't be able to put that layer of fertilizer on. Gee whiz, that chewed up a lot of lime. Holy snapping duckfish, that was thirsty for it. It looks a bit nicer, a bit clearer through here now. I mean, most of the deciduous trees have lost their leaves because of the winter period, but mostly, I think if we just clear up a few more, a little bit more scrub, yeah, a little bit more scrub. If we just clean it up, and we clean up a couple more trees just here and there. We want to leave a lot of the trees and a lot of the scrub though, because I mean the wildlife depends on it for safety, security, food, and everything like that. But mostly, if we can just clean up some of it, it'd be really good. Looking good. All right. You can see that our seeder here is just pushing a lot of that crud and residue and buildup of scrub and bush and dirt and mulch. It's just sort of converting it all. Actually, we want to make sure you lower it. It's just converting it all into the ground, using it as food for the grass to feed on and grow. Right, last couple of little patches. And voila, our job down here is done and ready to go for the grass. Now, you can't tell me that's not a substantial bit of grass that's going to be added onto the top there, because it certainly is. And it's not huge, right? But for us early on, we're going to take everything we can get. And if we can expand this field, and I think that was the smarter decision to do in the end. Right, brilliant. Get out and just double check things. So we've got grass growing, yield bonus 72% at the moment. At the moment, we need to get one more layer of fertilizer on that. We'll wait till the grass germinates in. I thought about rolling it. I'm not going to bother rolling it. I'm not going to bother really putting in the effort to the grass fields until we actually have a full grass field, properly plowed in and up and running. I don't think it's worth it, considering that most of that field is just meadow. Right, now we put this seeder away. And it's time to crack into our silage job now. Well, that's a really good job done. 10 a.m. In the morning, and we've got the grass field pretty much, except for that last layer of fertilizer, done and dusted. Time to now crack on with our silage job. And hopefully we can see how much money we can make out of this. Boy, oh boy, I'm hoping we can make a bit of money. Because we need to get this pit emptied so we can get the next round of grass in. Apologies about that, I just had to put a little cut in. I had to go and hang the washing out. Yes, I too have washing to do. Right, so the beauty thing about this is hopefully we'll get this done fairly quick. Alright, we seem to be getting close to this trailer load limit. And we've got plenty of silage still in the pit. Let's see how much more of it. See if it takes this full bucket or if it's done. It should be getting quite close. And that's it. Alright, so it took Well, we'll see. The trailer will actually tell us how much. Whoa! We don't want to lose it. No. Want to fill it back up, ready for the next load. All right, you can sit there, little Massey, and we can get in the John Deere now. And we've got 9,900 litres worth. So let's check the prices now. Where's the best price? Should we be waiting to... Oh, imagine if it was 600. Oh, but it's not, man. Don't get too excited. Right, silage, we're looking at 360 at the animal dealer. I'm wondering, the price is only going to get better and better and better. It's now 10 o'clock. I'm just wondering if I should go in and have an early lunch, come back and we tackle this in the afternoon and see how much we can make for it. And you know what? We're going to do that. So I'm going to put in a little time swirly dial here. It's going to make it look like time has progressed. And it has. And it will have while I go up and have an early lunch. It's also, it was also -2 degrees earlier. I've got a low of -8. So the weather people got that wrong at the start of the day. Okay, it's now 2:40 in the afternoon. I may have passed out on the couch. Yeah, my bad. Look, it looks quite ominous. That cloud overhead does. Ooh, there's someone in a sky balloon. So, honestly, I checked the prices. It's only gone up 2 buckaroos. Only 2 buckaroos. So we're just gonna do it. I'd say 2 buckaroos, but you know, I mean, the pound. The worst thing is the drive to the animal dealers is literally all the way down the other end of the road. If you remember last time out, we took a heap of what was it? The job we were doing, the contract work, the grass bales. Yeah, we took this one grass bale we had there. The one grass bale. So we've got a bit of a drive ahead of us. Yeah, we've got a bit of a drive ahead of us. Looks like the shop has a Valtra, a brand new Valtra for sale. Boy, oh boy, that's a nice looking tractor. Must be their tractor of the month they've got out for selling. Oh, speaking of tractors, looks like we've got a tractor race on our hands. Oh, look at go, guys. Well, it certainly is picturesque. Look at that town up there. That's the town with the animal dealer that we're heading to on the other side. So it's a bit of a drive. You'll see it when we begin the time lapse, just how long the drive is at 20 miles an hour. But I'm not complaining, because when you've got beautiful scenery like this, you don't need to worry about being slow. Looks like they've got an actual big gas station down here, so they're quite lucky. Now, in terms of the animal dealer, I'm pretty sure we could have gone up there, could we? Or we take the next right? Unsure. It's been a hot minute. Let's go with... Let's take a right here. Yeah. Let's take a right here. Because I'm pretty sure that's the emergency... yeah, it's just in here on the left. And the emergency shelter's just on our left here. That looks like the silage pit just there, mate. Yeah, I'm wondering if we just tip it around here somewhere. Alright, so we start emptying the silage out here. And hopefully, a few more trips we can make some half-decent money. Although, look, anything's going to be better than nothing, put it that way. Probably not as much as you thought it was going to be, but it's still going to be, you know, almost 3,500 each load. Not as much as I thought, probably, but still, beggars can't be choosers when it's coming to this early on in the game. And I am actually thinking of buying that small field and still selling off the actual silage pit. Because that field costs about 15,000. And I think the fact that I thought we might have been making a little bit more for our silage, but I should have known that we don't have a lot of silage. So therefore, it's probably not going to net us as much as I thought. So it instantly puts the question of buying the 50,000 plus fields out of question, and we have to look shorter and smaller. The other thing is, Ham, now I know you put that crop in the ground. What if you sell that field? You mean flip it like we did and sell it? I mean flip it. If it's still not going to give us as much as you think we'd need. We would still need 25 plus thousand, I think, by the end of these loads. And we'd still need about 20, I'm going to say 25,000 on top of what we would already have selling all the silage to be able to make what we need to buy that field. Right. Let's engage time-lapse music and engage the time-lapse so we can actually, while I do this, maybe you can have a think about it too and tell me what you would have done in the comment section down below. But until then, I'm going to actually crack on with this silage job. I've got this beautiful long drive ahead of me each time to contemplate and think about what course of action I'm going to take at the end of today's episode. It's leaning towards more buying the smaller field and seeing if we can put up for sale the silage pit. Ooh, okay. Had a little bit of a spill there. Let's see if we can just clean that up a little bit. There we go. Still a little bit on the deck there, but that's okay. What we'll do is we'll get ourselves a bucket load here. So we know that that's 1,001 litres. How much is actually still sitting here? 7.6, so we've got one more trip after this, albeit close to full. 9,900 litres, so we've got about 8,800 litres left in there. Now, I've got to be honest, I'm thinking literally of just going up to the Werner's grain silo, just up the road here. So I'm going to just see what the price difference is. If it's going to be like 50, even $100 difference, I think it's worth it for maintenance, fuel, time that we spend on driving all the way to the other place. And we can discuss what's going to happen now going forward. Now, I think a couple of things we want to do. I'm just avoiding the big potholes in the ground here. If you wonder why I just took a shortcut off the road there. Couple of things. We buy the field, and there is someone that wants to buy the silage bunker. Now, the person that's selling the field, they have a friend who has their own farm, and they need a new silage pit. They don't want to go and spend money for a brand new one, so they wanted to see if they could hire a truck and get the one that I've got lifted out of there. But I'm coming in the wrong way again here. Yeah, that's okay. Lifted out of there, basically, for cheaper. They want to see if it's going to be worth it. So I guess a few things have to happen. We have to decide if we're going to buy it and then how much we want to sell it for. I think he said he's willing to pay at least $12,000 for the bunker. And then we don't have to worry about the cost of removaling or anything. Can I get some brakes going here? What's going on? Keep surging. The tractor kept surging then. Probably because you're indicating still. Shut up. Not indicating still. Alright, so 3448 as opposed to 3559. So 100% not worth that drive. I'll be honest. I think that's what we were getting before. It was about 3,559, I'm pretty sure. So reduced to 3448. I think I can handle that just for the pure fact of the distance. I can lose a few little bucks here and there. Alright, but the good news is we're at the 30,000 pound mark. This is only going to get us to about 33.4 or thereabouts. So we're just here, aren't we? Yep, nice and quick. We are quite short or not quite short, but we are short that 9,900 litres that will fill this up. Now, should I be filling up from this side? I mean, we could, couldn't we? Yeah, we definitely could. Gang. You might, if you look at the top right corner of the screen, see that our money is now in half. That's right. We ended up buying the field. I got my stories crossed up. I thought it didn't make sense why the person that was selling the field wouldn't sell their friend the bunker for really cheap, and then sell the field. But they're selling it with the bunker because they know they can get more money when they sell the field with the bunkers, which makes sense. That does actually make a whole heck of sense. And they said the person buying the silo pit is not actually one of their close friends. It's just someone they know who's after a silage bunker. So, yeah, that's what's going on there. Good news, because that person has said that they will buy it. Now, they lowballed me with $8,000 for the silage pit. To which I came back and said, that silage pit, it's basically what we're running here now, is about $25,000 to put in place. I'm pretty sure 20 or 25,000 to put that actual in place, buy it and put it in place. I said, you can have this one for at least 12,000, which is what I thought the intended agreed price was. So that's... We agreed on 11.5 in the end. He got me down 500, another 500, which I'm okay with. It means that we get away with buying that field. It was about $1,539, I think, for the field. Also, we're done with this. I'm just going to put the Massey. I'm going to put the Massey up undercover. Yeah, it generally means that we get the field for at least $3,500 thereabouts. So, no complaints there. How do you want to do this? Well, I've still got all the equipment on it. Yeah, that's okay. It can just sit undercover because it's not going to get used again tonight. So it may as well sit undercover so it's out of any inclement weather. I see what you did there. You used a big word about weather. Yep. The good news is out of today, we've come away with the field. another new field there. Not big, not what I wanted, but we've still got near on after this load about the same amount of money that we had starting today. And we've gained a field, and not only that, we're going to gain money for selling off that bunker that we just don't need. We just don't need it. We've got our own bunker that we can barely fill up now. So I have no worries in selling that off at all. Unfortunately, he won't be there to pick up the bunker today. He's got to organise the truck and everything. So he'll probably be organising that the next day or so. We'll probably hear from that guy. And only when they remove that silage bunker, we'll see our money then. That was the agreed term. But 11.5, I'm pretty jazzed with 11.5 because that's going to get us up near the 29,000 mark again, which is well on the way to getting our next field, which I'm eyeing off. I think the plan is going to be, and I'm gonna stick to the plan now. That's the wrong field, Ham. Yeah. That is the wrong field. It's also getting dark again. It gets dark very early. You know what? We'll drive down and just have a look at that little space that we just brought, hey? Why not? Yeah, so gang, love to hear your thoughts in the comments section down below. But just quickly, if I can just show you. So we now own this up here. All of this corner. You can see here. Farmland, we own all of this. Okay, now these have to have roads in between them. Yes, they do, but we own these, all that. Basically, the trouble with these sections is we might be able, let's go down and have a look. We might be able to cut some of the trees out, but unfortunately, like I was saying earlier, the caveat that comes with these fields is we have to leave the roadways in place. They are public access roadway points in there. This is the field we're going to be buying. This is the field we're going to work towards buying first. Is 239. Okay, it's worth 53,000. So that's why every penny we get is going to be put away in the piggy bank. Unless it's got machinery in it that comes up that's going to be quite handy. We haven't even checked the sales today. Well, we will have a look at the sales just in case. Oh, God. There better not be anything in there that I want to buy because it's really going to throw a spanner into the works. Oh, no, Ham. Right, so here's this little bit of grass field we own. We also own this bunker now. So this is what he wanted to pay only 7,000, 8,000 for. And I said, no way, Jose. And we own all of this down to around here. Even the trees down on the bank there. That's pretty cool. One last thing. Let's check the sales. Oh, man, that'd be nice. Can't afford it, but it'd be nice. Also, a bigger bucket would be nice. But, you know, we need to have the vehicle that works with that bucket. And the vehicle that works with that bucket is it's a wheel loader. It's like this. Pretty sure it's this. Yep, these ones. Okay, use the Volvo bucket on the Volvo thingy. Right. So yeah. All right, gang. I've been Van Ham. Thanks for hanging out today on Fichthal. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I think going forward though, we've made the right decision. Yes, we've bought small land again, but hey, we could sell this land and we could sell all this land and the silage bunker and try and up the price of it. Try and get these fields working really nicely for us. And then we could probably ask top dollar for them, especially if there's a product in the ground that's ready to go. Even though we need the wheat, I'd much happily take a bigger farm. Stay safe, stay glued to your screen, and I'll see you all for the next episode very soon. Get out of here.